to
I
it?
loved him. It was Kieslowski.
Yes, I know.
I love him.
I thought it's kind of revenge.
Not at all. It's because he was smoking while we were shooting. He was smoking all the time, and he's dead. Did you know that? Kieslowski.
Yeah. I'm not
so
aware of
it
that.
was a combination of kind of a spooky, but from another world, but at the same time with the smoke. But for me, it was he was wonderful. You know, it's funny what you say, because what I paint is not always what people see first time. When I paint, I don't know what's going to be the result. It's a kind of a jump into a memory that has its own independence from me. So at the end of it, when I see it, I can be surprised. I say, wow.
Oh, wow.
Did I really paint him like, oh, did I paint myself like that? And there's a certain trust I have in the moment, because it's not about the resemblance or the way...
Of the features.
No. Sometimes I had to go back to certain pictures because I was completely lost. But Kieslowski, I wouldn't say that it looks like him, the features, but it's something very much of him that I remember.
朱丽叶挑选剧本和导演的能力一直为人称道。当年，当基耶洛夫斯基和斯皮尔伯格两大导演同时邀请他出演自己的电影时，他选择的前者导演的《蓝色》为他带来了威尼斯电影节最佳女主角，而推掉好莱坞大制作《碟中谍》去演英国病人，让他站在了奥斯卡的领奖台上。
我发现朱丽叶·比诺什和其他的女演员有很大的不同，她一共饰演过36个角色，而合作的导演呢就达34个之多。这意味着她几乎每一部片子都有一个新的合作伙伴，而这其中的许多导演在与朱丽叶合作的时候还籍籍无名。这不仅意味着在艺术上，朱丽叶需要承担更大的风险，更不要说丰厚的片酬了。那么，她究竟是以什么样的标准来选择角色、选择导演呢？You have been working with so many different directors, and as I said, sometimes upcoming directors who may experiment on some new ideas, but also at the same time bring risks to the actress or the actors, and as well as to themselves. What are some of the conditions that you pick one role instead of the other?
I give it to the sky. In what I mean by that,
so you go to a fortune teller to do that? No.
It happened to me when I was really freaking out, not knowing what to do. But I try not to do that. Because when you have so many possibilities, it's you don't know. I don't know if it helps, but it helps maybe to recognize something that the person says being right. It doesn't mean that she's right or he's right. But mostly what I do is I use my intuition. After reading it, it has to meet something in you that you don't know yet. Because it happened to me that I would say yes to a film, but as I'm working on the script, I realized, oh wow, now I get it. I understand why I want to do it. Because the theme, whether it's the theme of the film that resurrects something in me, in my life, that is meaningful, but I can only know as I'm going, working on it.
Yeah.
So the first yes or the first no is intuition. Definitely.
Do you care about the commercial terms? For example, most of your movies are kind of art house style, and they don't necessarily give you big payment.
No.
No?
No.
Okay. So it's always the art that comes first.
The heart in the art.
The heart in the art comes first. So that was the reason you turned down big Hollywood movies like Jurassic Park and Mission Impossible. But I don't quite see them attractive to you from my perspective.
No, it would have been a fun experience, you know, for working with Spielberg, first of all. And and being in a world which is not that I don't know. You know, it's always intriguing. You want to know how a dinosaur works, whether he needs analyzing the script or not.
But the reasons you turned them down were?
Well, that Blue was strong in terms of acting, and my curiosity is something, but acting-wise, you know, you want to go for substantial work, you know, as far as acting goes. Yeah.
What was the lowest payment you were willing to accept for those
I don't even know. That's the thing, because
you don't even ask about that
before they discuss. My agent producer, I never discuss my.
But your agent could have warned you, said, no. Juliet, they're not paying that much for you.
Oh, but that's fine with me. When I'm really passionate about something, it's absolutely fine.
下节请看，为了实现演员之梦，年轻的朱丽叶吃了不少苦。
Now remember, once my jaw got stuck because of the cold, I couldn't cover it. So I go back to my trailer to warm up.
从影26年，扮演了30多个角色。
Which role would you think is the closest to your true character and personality?
朱丽叶生命中从不缺少男人，但她为何至今没找到归宿？
Do you believe in marriage?
广告之后，请继续收看《杨澜访谈录》。英国《帝国》杂志说她是空前的电影演员，美国《人物》杂志说她是世界上最美丽的人。她最吸引人的莫过于神秘的气质，她深邃的眼睛里似乎蕴藏着无数谜题。
Is it because that what are some of the
一边在天主教的寄宿学校上学。
Your parents were divorced when you were very young, right? 4 years old. Did that affect your childhood?
I hope so. If it didn't, it would be a problem.
In what ways?
Well, because life takes you and shakes you. And that makes your soul and your layers. Otherwise, if you don't change from life...
In what ways it kind of shaped parts of your life?
I learned to be independent very early on. Finding my way, finding my path. I learned to adapt myself, I think, because I had to move in different places. I get vulnerable, I think, very easily. That's why I'm in acting. It opens up quite easily, but I can be very strong as well. So I have both because I had, because I was put in a vulnerable situation, and it helped me to learn to be strong as well. And this independence is actually a strength.
Do you find it as a destiny or just a coincidence that you became an actress? Did you always know that you wanted to be an actress?
I recognized throughout my childhood where acting or playing was necessary for me, and it started very early on when I was 4 in boarding school. That I didn't fit into the scholarship world, being behind